Hlaudi Motsoeneng has been dismissed by the SABC after he was found guilty in an internal disciplinary hearing. He was found guilty of bringing the SABC into disrepute and causing irreparable damage to his employer. Now, the board agreed to this, and this has been communicated to Mr. Motsoeneng, we understand. We are joined now live on Skype by Mr. Motsoeneng's lawyer, that's Mr. Zola Majavu. Good afternoon, Mr. Majavu, and thank you for your time on the SABC News Desk.
Good afternoon and good afternoon to your viewers.
Mr. Majavu, how is your client and yourself reacting to the dismissal of Mr. Motsoeneng right now? And do you have, if any, legal recourse left at this point?
Firstly, as a lawyer, I am feeling neutral. I am the creation of my client's instructions. I can confirm that before I came on air, I checked yet again with Mr. Motsoeneng whether or not he has been notified. As many people have been saying, the chairman of the board, in addressing a press conference, said that they received a judgment in the morning, which they have considered and whose recommendations they have accepted, and they've communicated their decision to accept that recommendation to him. Mr. Motsoeneng said no one contacted him. I can also confirm, as his attorney of record, no one contacted me. I've also checked my emails again to see if maybe I might have missed some communication, but none of the emails that I have received have anything to do with the SABC or Mr. Motsoeneng's fate for that matter. So I am unable to comment because I have not been able to consult with him to give him advice, and also he has not given us instructions. And until we receive formal communication from the SABC, there is not much that we can do or say about it. We don't want to cast aspersions on anybody, but we find it very curious that as early as this morning, the media had been phoning me, tweeting me, and talking about a decision and inviting my comment on a judgment, which when we adjourned on Friday, we were told it had been reserved and parties would be notified as soon as it is ready. No indication was given as to when and what time that judgment will be made available, certainly to the parties, but it seems like everybody else except me and my client does have a copy of that judgment. It even gets worse, because we now understand that he has been dismissed and it is claimed that he has been notified. You can call him independently. I'll advise him to confirm what he knows, because he said no one has told him anything. He saw this on the press conference. I can't take it beyond that. Until I receive instructions, I guess it is what it is. But he has confirmed to me a few seconds ago that even as late as now, at 5:25, no one from the SABC have contacted him or even telephoned him to convey to him the decision that the board has taken. So we have to wait until we are formally notified.
Advocate Majavu, when you do receive the confirmation from the national broadcaster that Mr. Motsoeneng has indeed been dismissed, how will you further advise your client?
I'm not the kind of lawyer that will talk publicly about the advice that I give to client, because that is naturally protected by attorney-client privilege. What I can confirm to you, though, is that as soon as we have anything on hand, we will advise him on the avenues available to him in law, and he will decide what is it that he wants to pursue. And once he has given us that instruction, only then can I confirm it publicly. Then at least the world would know that that is his instruction. The mistake that many people make, they seem to think that I am my client. I'm not my client. No lawyer acts like that. You only act on instructions that you are given. But at the moment, you've got to appreciate that Mr. Motsoeneng has not even been able to consider what his position would be, because he simply has not received the judgment, let alone the letter that confirms that he has been dismissed. I don't want to speculate about what it is that I will advise him. I mean, I act with a team, and we know what the routes available to him would be. But it would not be appropriate for us to talk about it on air until we have had an opportunity to consult with him properly. I can assure you, we won't run away from telling you what step we are going to take, but let's just respect the processes. Mr. Motsoeneng has no difficulty. He continues to respect the SABC. He continues to respect the chairman of the board. He also has no difficulty, or rather he continues to respect the chairman of the DC proceedings. As matters stand, we must all hang ten until he has been afforded the courtesy of a written notification. After all, his rights remain fully reserved, and we leave it at that.
Advocate Zola Majavu, thank you for joining us on the SABC News Desk, saying Mr. Motsoeneng has not formally been informed of his dismissal from the national broadcaster.